It's 10:45. We have an appointment at 10:45, so in respect of your time, I want to make sure that we start on time. So officially, welcome to the October team meeting. Good morning. Okay, okay, I heard Andy and two other people. So I'm gonna start again. Good morning. Thank you. Just want to make sure I'm not here by myself. I don't want to talk at you. I want to talk with you. We have a lot of information to run through. We've got a lot of energy in the building too, because we have our vendor fair directly after. And so I'm going to do my best to keep us on task today and run through all the information. And so the first thing that I would like to start with today, if I can, is bold. All right, so how many of you are signed up for First Step so far? All right, fantastic. Anybody who is in this room or can hear the sound of my voice, if you have Thursday open, sign up for First Step. It's free. We have lunch and we have breakfast provided. It's going to be all about mindset and preparing for the next 3 months, because what we do right now shows up when? It's October, but where are we really? We're in January. We're coming into the first quarter, because what you do now shows up 3 months from now. And so we hold bold at this time of the year, because this is when most agents take their foot off the gas. And for those of you who keep your foot on the gas, this is where you pick up market share. So I greatly encourage you to sign up for First Step. We've got the flyers here for you today. All you literally have to do is put your name on it and we'll register you for it. You don't have to do anything but just show up at 9:30 and have breakfast and enjoy us for fellowship and for building our businesses and just getting our minds right in this market. Is that fair? All right, and anybody that is not in this room that you know is normally here, text them and ask them, are you going to bowl tomorrow? Do me a favor, because it's going to be a great session. And as always, my favorite part about TVing is time for bucket fills and gratitude. So who would like to show some gratitude, some love for somebody who has helped you, who's been here for you? Where are we going to start with gratitude? All right, I'm going to toss. I apologize for my vision.
So I've probably called Bill like at least 2 or 3 times in the last couple of days. And he's been responsive, and one of them was like pretty late in the evening. And then I found out that I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, it's your birthday. So happy birthday, and thanks for your responsiveness and expertise.
This is Rebecca. Thank you for everything you've done. And Sharon, Bill. Everyone. Our bright shining face. Oh. This is a little better. Thank you so much for everything you've done. Incredible. We love you. We appreciate you.
Look at that. I got one bit. I'm just scared girl.
Thank you for being helpful and being there, and I'm asking for any machines. There's stuff we know which has me way out the evening, and it's much appreciated. And
Yeah, that's the other guy.
Thank you. Recently, the crossover is money in songs. You know, it's stuff having a crossover. However, this weekend had some incredibly interesting clients. You did such a fantastic job. You were the video professional, you got agency mind, you represented your sellers well. I know that was difficult sometimes, but we stop under the floor like.
Coming from the brokering car.
So I'm probably bucket for protocol here. I'm gonna need to, so I'm gonna go ahead and give all 3 doses one time. A few months ago, we were all on Jordan, Lucy's little sister, I never wanted, but do that, tailgating, grilling, that's one thing, but I'm not good at door decorating or anything. I don't know if you've seen our door down here, it's phenomenal, she did it 3D. Next up, I was not gonna go to Mega Camp, and there was a ticket floating around that Crystal had, and I did some math, I said, okay, I got enough points for American Airlines and built time to go. I went, it was phenomenal. I'm not saying life changing, but it was life changing. I mean, really, it was, if you get a chance to go next year, highly recommend, and I got to spend some time with, there's some of you I've not spent any time with all as well, so thank you, Crystal. And the last one in Mega Camp, I'm talking to Andy, I said, man, I can't believe we're in Austin, Texas, I've not had barbecue or shot for boots. He goes, man, I got two places for you tomorrow, after session, one barbecue, one boot shop, now I had to get free call, walk in the front door of both places. That's $40 rib I would have.
I don't know how anybody follows that. You have three? No way.
So Sheila. And. I wanted to thank them this morning. They helped me get the rooms ready and we got really hot really fast. Thank you guys for your help. This is from Mona Lisa. I wanted to thank you for you putting yourself out there and offering other agents to help come along and teach and train. It's been awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh.
Awesome, perfect. So let's back up. Thank you for all of the help. You're much appreciated. Got two, and these two are for our workers in charge. I've had some crazy questions and some different things going on here lately, and I've been able to run the Crystal when she's in the office and ask her questions, or send out a message on the text and get a response really quickly, and I appreciate both you guys for everything you do and that you're always available to us, so.
All righty, thank you so much for so much gratitude. You emptied the jar today. So, good job, I love it. All right, the next thing that's for today is our Red Shoe Award. So if I may call up Crystal. I'm so scared to touch the button, even though like the half the bag is already out. There you go.
So I was here last month when I got this, but it was really kind of Monica to give this to me. So when I was thinking who to pass this along to, I closed my eyes and thought about like what this embodies with our culture and who has received it before and what they do for our market center agents. And this person came to mind instantly, although there were many of you. But I think that this person doesn't get enough recognition for the hard work and things they do behind the scenes. And I just want to give them kudos because they do so much for us. They love their family. We are also their family and we feel that love. And so I want to spotlight anyone.
Please make a speech. He said no.
Next time, figure out.
Yes.
All right, I love it. The next month you definitely will have to make a speech. That is kind of part of the thing. All right, if you are celebrating a birthday in October, we would love to have you up at the front of the room so that we can celebrate you.
Bill Norman.
Bill, Donna. Yeah, just Becca out of that. Zane, why are you all by yourself? Happy birthday. And as we did mention, we do have a special birthday today. So I didn't do it. It was not me. I didn't do it. The happy.
Do I need to look behind me?
All is good. We love you very, very much.
Payback's for it.
Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and call both of you up for your big moment. I'm gonna switch slides real quick. If you want to go ahead and stay, do you mind coming up for a big moment real quick?
Fun with cameras.
Happy birthday.
Thank you much. Hey, everybody. Thank you for all the well wishes today. I appreciate it. I've gotten a lot today and I really do appreciate it. It's nice to still be looking down at the grass instead of up at it. Okay, from a big perspective, we've been working very hard on kind of realigning some of the team guidelines and doing stuff like that. The young lady to my left, kind of put all of our thoughts together in a document yesterday, and we're probably going to be presenting that, maybe having a meeting with the rainmakers sometime soon. So nothing crazy, and actually you'll probably like 98% of it. The other 2% of her fault. But anyway, I've gotten the best questions since this time last month, since the last time we did this. Thank you again, everybody, for using the Vic line. It makes it just so much easier. But the caliber of the questions has been really good, and I am a firm believer in ask for guidance or permission instead of forgiveness. So thank you guys very much. Y'all are a great group to work with.
Yes, agreed. That's all good to me. It's all good. Yay. Yeah, I'll wait for you to bring the hatchet down. And so we're like, what? That's it? We're just good. I love it. All right. But this joy she has on her face, the joy. I like to celebrate anniversaries. So if you are celebrating an anniversary this month, please come up to the front so that we can celebrate you. Crystal, we're just gonna get your miles in today, girl. Jessica.
That's right.
Is Sean hiding? We don't. Your name is on the board.
Sean, yeah.
We tell on our friends here, this is what we do. She knew what she was. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary, you guys. Hey. Current ALC members, will you please stand? One, as always, thank you so much for the service that you provided this year, and many of you have served, actually, all of you have served many years, so thank you for your service. Do any of you have anything that you need to bring to the table today? No, all good? For those who are considering serving next year, please stand. I was gonna say, I know I had at least one friend in the room. So we've got some new people coming in, and there we go, Marilla, there you go. I was like, I knew we'd get there eventually. We got some new members coming into ALC this next year, and some members who are continuing to serve. So thank you very much for your consideration. Hopefully we won't scare you away at the retreat. Thank you. But just thank you for the ALC and everything that they do. They give an awful lot to our agents, a lot of things that you don't even know, and it is something that they give of their own time and heart, and they do not get paid for it. So if we can, a great big round of applause for our current and our coming in ALC. All right, directly after today, we have our vendor fair, and we typically try to do this outside, but property management and all kinds of fun reasons why, we're gonna have it upstairs today. So when we break, lunch is actually coming at 12:30. So we're gonna go ahead and start with vendor fair. We have vendors going all the way to the back of the building on this side as well as over here. These are our partners who take very good care of us. They take good care of our clients. So make sure to go around and say hello to everybody. I know there's giveaways and all kinds of fun things, and then lunch will be served promptly. Is there anything else on vendor fair, Crystal, that I need to touch?
So we have these sheets that we
Perfect.
send out to everybody, and all of 29 vendors are not here, but just get the ones that are here signed, and if you turn it back into us, you're doing giveaways on that. So we'll get these to you.
Nice. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for your committee for putting all of that together. And thank you for our vendor partners for being here today. We have just a few things that are coming up. I'm going to touch them very lightly. We're still running the Mondays, the classes that we came back from Mega Agent Camp. We'll be talking about YouTube and becoming a multimedia company next Monday. And then directly after, we'll be talking about ChatGPT. And if you've never heard of that before, you definitely want to come in for that one. It's work smarter, not harder. Masterminds every Friday. Is there anyone here that attends the masterminds that can attest to what you're getting out of or why you come back every Friday? I know I didn't call anybody in advance.
There, actually, I mean, I go to the Capital one, but I've gone to the Half Capital and the New Agents as well. It's amazing what you pick up listening to your peers. Paul, I'm always amazed by the caliber of the agents we have here, and that includes the new agents. They really fresh idea sometimes that they put on the table, and it's kind of, after that 30 years from here, great idea.
I love.
We get some places.
You're absolutely right. We have some good conversations. We're always talking about what we're working on, what our challenges are. And sometimes it's just a support group. Sometimes it's kind of therapy, quite honestly. It's just nice to be in a group full of people who want to see you win, who are in the same place of their business. So I encourage you to be here on your day, and you can participate. You can come to any mastermind. You can only participate in the one that's for your group, but you can come and listen to anything. And like Bill said, you pick up all kinds of good things. Do I have either Tracy Tyson or Latoya, James Davis, Dee Dee? Can you speak to this class and to what this one is? Because I think this is a great title, and I really hope that they get great attendance on this one. Keeping your candy in the bag.
So, I guess they're not here.
No.
So Latoya and Tracy are in the finance and budgetary
Committee.
Thank you. And I've not met two other people who've taken what, we've talked about and put it to use like they have. So keep your candy in the bag, your candy's your money. It's not just about how much you earn, it's about how much you keep. So they've got some strategies, and they're talking about some of the things that they've learned and that they've done, to kind of help you guys. And I mean, obviously, a lot of people are making less. So what you do make, you want to keep more of it. So that's a lot of the things that they're going to be going over next week. Which is kind of like the next step to all this finance stuff. It's like, Stephanie, you guys want to keep it.
I love it. Thank you, Dee Dee. Thank you so much for
They'll
that.
do a great job, because the two of them are putting into personal use everything that they're going to teach you. And Latoya's got a personal story she'll share with you that is life changing.
Thank you very much, Dee Dee. I anticipate that, and probably this class will be the highest participated in this month. So Agent Horror Stories with Carrie Buchanan, Bill Wormuth, and Kim Mathis. I expect that will be very entertaining. And we have a chili and pumpkin painting coming up on the 20th of October. I hear Chris Papalardo makes a mean chili. I'm gonna make some chili. Who else is in? So make sure you sign up. Good. Crystal's on to make some chili. Bill's gonna be in to make some chili. So good. We're gonna have some good chili to compete against. And then we're gonna be decorating pumpkins. It's just a good time to get together before all the holiday craziness starts. And last but not least, we got 2 lunch and learns. We've got one from Atlantic Bay coming up, and then one from Edward Jones. So a lot going on your calendar. Make sure that you're looking at your training calendar and coming to what's important to you. Andy, if I may call you up, it's time for market stats. And I'll try to run your slides for you. Unless you want to click.
Well, first of all, I would say that is a impactful training calendar that we have going on right now. And as I go through some of these numbers, I encourage you to plug in more. If you haven't taken a look, you go ahead and change, right? Right now,
The other way.
so this is our numbers. Again, list to sales price ratio, 0.6%. above, and we're selling faster by a week. Okay, so that's the good news. That means you are pricing the house, your house better than the competition, better than other agents, and that means they're selling faster. Then you look at what's happening right now. Okay, this is a national number. Normally what happens is about a third of all listings take a price reduction. Right now, that number is up to 38%. Okay, now that's nationally. What do we have going on locally? Well, you can't see it, I'm hiding it from you. It's actually 14.5%. So number of price reductions that listings are taking right now are on the increase. All right, I see a lot of things that also reinforce that. There are a lot of open houses being held on the group, on the WhatsApp chat, or ask for hosts, right? Remember a time when we could even get to an open house? We could even get to showings at one time. Now we're seeing the pendulum swing the other way. So getting the house priced correctly in the beginning, in a slowly declining market is what we're seeing, right? Not as much nationally, but 14.5% increase in number of price reductions. Okay? Next one.
Your next one.
Inventory. Again, nationally on the rise is what we're seeing. Nationally on the rise. And if you look at us, next slide, please.
Sorry, it's giving me technical issues. Just not to change your slide. There we go.
It's been creeping up. As you can see, this graph tracks since July. It's been slowly creeping up. 2878 is the highest we've had. The highest we've had in 6 months, right? And what's causing that? Interest rates, right? I am not going to talk about where I think rates will go. I've been wrong my entire life. You flip a coin on it. But right now, in the short term, there's pressure on them staying the same or going up. All right. The job report just came out last week, almost double of what we thought it was going to be. Jobs added, right? So that is not great news for the Fed. They're going to continue to put pressure on rates. We are starting to see that slowdown. It was going to happen. There's something, again, I'm talking about 7% historically, all right, 7% for people in their mind. I don't know what it causes. They're backing off, right? Well over double of what it was a couple of years ago, or in the 2 and 3% range. So you've got increase in supply, right? Decline in demand currently. So those things that we talk about, getting priced correctly, staging the house. I saw some WhatsApp text about virtual staging, right? Those things are coming into play, which we have not had to use in a long time, right? Because the competition has increased immensely. Okay. What I encourage you to do is take this information and take it to your sellers. A lot of sellers, the reason why you're taking price reductions is what? They're basing their price off a house that sold 6 months ago. Remember when you used to look at how 6 months ago? Well, 6 months ago is different than it is now, right? So get your clients to price ahead of the market so they can get sold.
Okay. Thank you. Huh?
I mean, obviously the comps, dictated it, but is that 14% decrease number a good number to try and get out comping here in the last 180 days? Could you use that 14% under?
Well, 14.5% more listings are taking, all the listings are taking price down. Right? They're not decreasing their price by 14.5%. So let's be clear on that.
Is there a number on that? The overall price reductions?
Well,
I'll give you it.
so every case is different. Whenever you go take a look at a house right now, it's the same thing. What do you control? You control the price, you control the condition, right? Some of those condition issues, if you walk into some house, still today, they will sell probably over what the list price is because they're so nice, the yard is perfect, it's been kept in great condition, been well maintained, all that kind of stuff lines up, and they're willing to price it correctly. It could sell above, You still have houses that sell above. Now, overall, remember what we were at, for a while there, we were at sales to list price ratios that were over 100% for several months. Every single month, everything was selling over. Now you're starting to see it drop, 97%, right? And I can remember, I think when I started, it was like, it hovered around 94% forever, like 6% sales to list price ratio was what we had for, God, 10 or 15 years, I felt like. So right now, what you have to figure out is, where is that person at? Are they looking at their neighbor's house that sold well above asking price, right? In bad condition, sight unseen, right? And they're using that as a comp. Today is different. Great question. Anything else? Really is, take a look at that, take a roll, go get listings.
Thank you. Mike, go take bold. All right. DEI minute, actually, Jason Stanley was going to do the DEI moment and is not able to be here, so I'm going to introduce what we're doing this year. Is we are also doing the holiday drive that we did last year for Celebrate the Children. So if any of you participated in that, any of you participated in getting gifts, okay, fantastic. So we're going to be doing Celebrate the Children again, and Gilbert County had this to say. And we're supporting, by the way, 50 children, and that list will be out today of what they're looking for and how to participate. But what they had to say is that they continue to have over 500 children in custody of the Guilford County Department of Health and Human Services. These children have been removed from abusive or neglectful family situations and may not have had a parent or guardian who is available or able to provide them with proper care. For some of these children, this may be the first holiday season that they ever get to experience the joy of a new toy, game, clothing, or gift card. So I definitely ask for you to participate if you can in that, to bring joy to children who definitely need it. We'll be picking up the week of December 4th. So it'll be here like tomorrow. So when you see that go out today, try not to let that go in your inbox of things that die and you never see again. Go ahead and pull it up and see if you can help. That would be really fantastic. New agent Chrissy Moore, I don't believe that she is here, but we welcome you. Everybody say welcome as we record. Welcome, Chrissy. I love it. All right. And our cappers, we have several cappers this month. So these are the people who have earned 100% commission this year. If you will come up to the front of the room. Saying right, if you will come to the front of the room to have your picture taken, thank you. Mike Davis, Jamie. Grace? I saw Grace earlier.
Oh, get some money, bro. All right, bring it in.
I'll make sure that you guys get your bags. Don't leave without getting your bags today, please. And for the PC's Big Fish Award, Andrea Blake won this month, so congratulations for being a PC Big Fish. All right, this is everybody's favorite time because I'm going to call you up 900 times to come take your pictures, and you're going to come up here and you're going to be so happy to get your picture taken. It's going to be the best thing ever. Oh, if you had a listing or a closing in September, if you will please come up to the front of the room and get your picture taken. Anybody who had a listing or a closing of any kind. Look at all these happy people.
I need to get the back for being. Okay, so the short, I know, right here.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
There you are. You can answer.
Late to the party.
There you go. You might.
Am I in?
Hold on, wait.
Scoot in here.
Yeah, there we see it, lovely.
Smile.
Oh, congratulations. Yeah, I was gonna say, you might as well, all right, for $1 million closed in September, Beth, go ahead and stay up for me. Heather Neal and Stephanie, plus Dee Dee's, Kara Buchanan Group, Kim Mathis, Christopher Borman, Chris Papalardo team, Crystal Williams Realty, and Elite, all of you. $1 million or more closed in September. $1 million club.
Second, finally here for you.
So good job. Congratulations. Top listings for September, Burton Kennedy, Dee Dee's Real Estate Group, and Chris Papalardo and Cole Realty. Come on. Congratulations. Our home run hitters, we have a whole lot of my friends who come right back up to the front of them. I don't know, like, it's not like we don't do this to everybody. We love to celebrate you. You got a listing, a contract written, and a contract closed.
Hey, she, I keep
Our top individuals, based off of gross commission, Beth, Bright Conlon Beck, Jessica Renan Beck, Heather Dodson, Pilar. Is he calling you today? Annette and Adam, come on down. These are our top individuals based off of gross commission income.
Not that she's competitive.
Our top teams, all right, let's come on back up to the front of the room. Dee Dee, Harris team, Valente, Stanley Kelleher, Albert Hill team, the Powells, and Radiance.
We're back.
Gone, what they're ready. Good job. Top groups, let's come on down. We're gonna finish up the last group photo. I say that, but I don't have, no, I've got one more. James Davis' team, Dream Team United, Angie Wilkie, Chris Williams, Aaron Colin.
Can you see me past the baby bump?
Congratulations, Pat. And then for top expansion team, CEP, do I have any representation for CEP today? Nope. All right, congratulations, CEP. And if you had your first closing with KW1 this month, not your first closing in general, but your first closing with KW1, come up here, please, so we can celebrate you. Mona Lisa, I know that you are here. Nick is not in the room. Garrison, Kristen. So it's Mona Lisa all by your fabulous. Do you want me to?
Yes.
All right. And without further ado, if I may call the fabulous Ashley Williams up from First American Home Warranty, the floor is yours.
I didn't realize I was gonna all this.
Look. Actually, if everybody will give her a warm welcome.
Part of my shtick is also to keep taking a selfie with you guys, so you're not done with photos yet.
Good job.
Real quickly, how much time do I have? Like a minute, 2 hours?
You got 5.
I've got a lot to say. So I'm just, you start yawning. Ashley Williams, First American Home Warranty. Guys, just really quickly, I want to let you know, we've got a new warranty out. But it's actually the same wonderful warranty, but we've made some additions to it. So now, on top of the fabulous air conditioning and HVAC coverage that we have, we also cover roofs. That's a big thing. I know that right now insurance companies are really crashing down on, if you have a roof over 10 years, you have to get it fixed. It's a limited coverage, but it's $1,000 towards something that you're probably gonna have to replace. So that's a big thing. We also are doing termite coverage, termite and subterranean coverage. So good stuff right there. I guess in the past, you know, I mean, the past 2 or 3 years, warranties have kind of gone downhill. They're still amazing. I mean, if you're ever gonna place a warranty on a property, it's now. Because the cost of living is so expensive. Go to the grocery store, how much are your grocery bills? It's crazy. I can't even go to McDonald's right now. And I've got 3 kids, and so unfortunately, McDonald's, I just don't have any time to do anything else. But it's expensive. We can't get out of there, less than $30. So imagine how much the blower motor costs on your HVAC system if it blows out. A warranty's gonna cover that cost. So you guys, now is the time. Don't let the home warranty go under the table. Don't let it be the first thing off the table. When you're going through those houses, you're seeing older systems, take a look at them, have your people call me. I will text you a direct link to my number, share with your people, let them know they do have protection over that. You wanna reduce your risk. You also wanna reduce their, help with their budget, and you also want to use this as a contract negotiation tool, super powerful. And if you want to get a little bit more into that, let me know. I want to take you to take you out to coffee or lunch. Just reach out to me. I'm very accessible. Want to talk to you. I want to talk to your client. I'm also going to be vendor fair. So I'm going to have some goodies I'm giving away bottom line. So, do you guys have any questions for me? Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Your termite warranty, is that, so let's say I have a seller, is there a cap on, he didn't know, he or she didn't know that they have termites. Is there a cap on that?
Yes, and actually, so this would be for buyers. It's not gonna be for, this is an add-on to our coverage, so it's not available for buyers. But for sellers going forward, yes. And
No, it is for buyers, not for sellers. So you know.
yes, so let me explain that, guys. We have complimentary seller's coverage for all our warranties. As soon as you put it in the system, even if it's before it's closed, and a lot of people use them when you list a house, you go ahead and put it on there for the buyer. The seller gets complimentary coverage. The termite, what I understood you to ask was if the termite, for the seller, it's not covered under the seller's protection, it's covered under the buyer, or for the buyer. So, and what's funny, you would ask for the cap. We literally just came out with these, and you caught me at the time, and I really don't know.
It's okay, yeah.
It's, I think it's, $1,000. But it's good for the whole year. There is a one-time, it's a $300 service charge, typically when you have an appliance, it's an $85 service charge. This is a $300 service charge, but it covers them. It eradicates, it fixes the issue, and then they're covered for the rest of the year. If there are any, sightings, it's covered. So it's pretty good stuff. We're North Carolina, we get a lot of termites.
So usually like this, the buyer would have a termite inspection done
Oh, yeah.
anyhow.
Yes,
But you're saying if it happens that they get termites again for that year?
yes. If they come
happens.
back, yeah, absolutely. Then they're
Which usually the termite, if they found termites, they usually warranties for a year
yes,
anyhow through that company.
right.
So it's not like if the seller had a warranty on the house, they found termites, the buyer found termites during the inspection, the seller wouldn't be able to call that in as
Right.
a.
Right, but, I hear it all the time from inspectors, they'll go and inspect the house, but there's no noticeable signs of termites, and what are you gonna do? Tear the walls down, figure that out? But then 2 months later or whatever, start seeing those, seeing signs of infestation, that's where this would help. So we cover unknown pre-existing, so that's gonna help, this is gonna be a major help actually, and then that's what it's about.
Who are the contractors that cover it? For the termites, or just like, termites roofing, like the specific
So
contractors? Yeah.
we literally just rolled these out the first of, mid-September. So we are currently looking for people, we roll this stuff out. It's a big process, so we're currently. So, we have a lot of HVAC codes, we have locksmiths, we have plumbers, all the stuff that we, is under a basic warranty. We have that, we are still looking for roofers and, termite people, but in this case, if we had a switch in, if we had had the coverage, we would let them use their own, and, their own contractor, we would just reimburse them for the cost.
Real quick, when it comes down to the roofs, when you have an inspection done, how does this protect and help the fire? Because when, just say it is over 10 years old and then insurance is gonna be a little bit higher because of that reason. When you talk about the roof is not so old that it's gonna have to be done over again, well, it has life left in it.
Yeah,
But when it has some minor things that need to be done, how does that help the fire?
so as long as it's done, as long as it's, normal wear and tear, it's gonna be covered. Now, roof coverage under any warranty, that is, you have to go with a grain of salt. It's a $1,500 protection, but it's not gonna cover things like flashing. If you've got a leak from the gutters, that's considered maintenance. But if you go in and you've got an inspection, the roof is perfectly fine, there's no, there aren't any leaks, it's just normal wear, there's something down on it, rain, what have you, then it's still eligible for coverage. So, you know, if your insurance company says, hey, you need to replace the roof to the seller or to the buyer, you know, you've got this on there, only because it's not covered on the seller side, it's not gonna do much good. Because it's the seller side and it's not covered under that. But for the buyer, if they go in and then within that term that they have the warranty, then it would cover up to $1,500, for normal wear. So it is, this is one of the things, guys, it's good and in the right circumstance, it's a good payout. But I get a lot of calls, saying, hey, are we cover roofs? I'm like, well, what is this? We just started. We did fire. But a lot of people think it's gonna replace it, it's not. There are a lot of limitations to it, and that's why I don't want you trying to sell it, come to me, I'll find out the answers and get, and state it like it is, because if it's normal wear and tear, we're simply gonna write a $1,500 check, but if there's circumstances where a roof, a limb fell on it, or somebody threw out their football on it, or the flashing rotted out, some of those things might not be considered covered. So, grain of salt, but people like it. People like the coverage. So,
Yeah, it's good to have.
it's good to have, but also, it's not gonna replace it. It will replace this much of coverage.
Something, I made it in, I love that.
Something's better than nothing.
That's absolutely right.
I did, before we have this, I got all the time calls saying, do you have a roof? So we're gonna go to a different warranty company because you don't.
Yeah, no, that's a great
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah, so now we have it. Anybody else have any questions? I know RJ's coming up next. Do you mind if I do a selfie of the two of us?
I've got Carla next, but go ahead.
Come on, RJ.
RJ, whoa, you're doing it. It's a thing.
All right, cool.
You have longer hands.
No.
Oh, okay, here we go. All right, everybody say hi. Okay,
Awesome.
all right, and I'll see you all at.
Actually, I'll let you, if you would, let's roll it this way. So to our other fabulous and wonderful lunch sponsor today.
All right, cool. So you wait to bring up like the serious, intense, like mortgage guy at the end.
Oh, and then we have, and we get title too. So like, we're hitting all the top things.
All right, guys, there's a few of you in here I've not met before. I'm RJ Meyerhopper. I'm a guaranteed rate. I've been a preferred lender here for about 12 years. So I've got some stuff that I want to go over with you that I think will be helpful. It really kind of piggybacks off of what Andy was talking about a little bit earlier. And the other thing that I did today is I went ahead and emailed you all this stuff so that you have it. So I want to go over a few things because first of all, obviously the market right now is a product of low inventory and high interest rates. But quite frankly, it's more so at this very moment in time, in my opinion, the interest rates, okay? So, and actually this is kind of outdated. I actually did this in August. I actually did this update on this chart in August when rates actually hit 7, which is that magical number you were talking about. Right now, they're pushing 8%. And Grant, that is actually a 23-year high. So just know that kind of going in. the mortgage rates are currently at a 23-year high. The last time rates were this high was right before 9/11. So in the 2000, 2001 range is where they were. So that's got buyers freaked out, obviously. And, you know, we've got a lot of these buyers on the fence talking about they're gonna wait till rates drop, home prices drop, and there's no way for the market to crash. So I don't think that any of us really believe the market's gonna crash. I mean, there's nothing to crash it because we're in a different environment now than in 2008. So, what I wanted to go over with you is, you know, we talked a lot about these temporary interest rate buy downs back when interest rates were around 6%. And everybody was like, yeah, whatever. You know, no big deal. I think they're more so important now because there's several different ways that we can use them. And you guys have the slides on these. A temporary interest rate buy down is something that the seller or the builder has to pay for the buyer. It is not something the buyer can pay. So this is an example of what we call a 2-1 buy down, okay? Let's just say that right now, and that's actually where 30-year fixed rates are right now, by the way, around 7.175. So they're knocking on the door of 8%. So you've got buyers freaked out. You also have properties hanging on the market a little bit longer, and we're seeing more price reductions. I mean, that's just the facts. I'm not making that up. It's a real thing. So this could work a couple different ways. First of all, for your seller, in lieu of a price reduction, they could offer to do a temporary interest rate buy down for the buyer. So here, an example, and this is based off a loan amount, but this is a $350,000 loan amount. It's a 2-1 buy down. We need around $8,400 from the seller in order to facilitate this buy down. So how they work is, here's where rates are, but for the first year, the buyer effectively is paying a payment based off of 5.75, okay? So here's that total principal and interest payment if there's no buy down at all. But if they get that buy down for the first year, it's 2% lower, and that payment is $464 lower per month for the buyer. After year 1, in year 2, it's 1% lower than where we started, and they're still getting a $237 reduction in the payment. So, and then in year 3, it goes back to where we were here. So it's not an adjustable rate, it is a fixed rate, but what it's doing, it's effectively giving them a great deal of relief in that first year or 2, because I do think that we're gonna see rates come down eventually. I'm with you, I'm totally beyond guessing when that's gonna happen. But that I think is a great tool to make the buyer feel tremendously more comfortable, and to also maybe in lieu of a price reduction, seller offer that. So let's go to the next one. So let's just say that's too much money. Let's just say, hey, we can't work with that much money. So here is a 1-year buy. Same deal, it has to be paid for by the seller or the builder. And same deal, let's just say we're around 7.5. This is what your payment would be for the first year. With a 1 year, you're just getting that 1% lower payment for the first year. So again, it's $200 lower. You're getting, you know, some breathing room on that. The seller looks good because they're offering this incentive. You could even ask for this in closing costs. You just ask for that. Because right now we have buyers that are immobilized. They're not doing anything. I mean, they're priced out of the market. They're not comfortable. They might qualify, but they're not comfortable with the payment. So this does give some breathing room, and buy some time ultimately. So on these buy downs, I think it's important to note that you definitely need to talk to whatever lender you're using to figure out how much it costs, because it is based off the loan amount, it's based off the interest rate, and a lender can tell you exactly how much that buy down is going to cost, so you're asking for the right amount. You may get a chunk of money from the seller, as you know, buyer paid closing or seller paid closing costs. You could use some of it for this buy down. So keep that in mind. I mean, we're pushing 8%. I mean, we got to get creative, and we're heading into, you know, the winter. So these are some things I think that you could use. I think that, you know, it's just a way to kind of combat fear and the vibe that people have right now. I'm telling people all the time to, you know, if they can afford the home, buy the house. I mean, because interest rates are gonna drop. We don't know when that's gonna happen. You know, I practice what I preach. Like, I have lost out on 2 investment properties over the last couple of months. I mean, I really wanted it, but I lost them. I mean, so it's still the competitive market. But my point there is, like, I'm willing to go out there and finance at a higher rate if the property is right for me and if it has potential. So I did also include for you guys in that email an article I wrote for Triad Real Producers. It's just the wording. It hasn't been taken and put into artwork and you know done glossy stuff. But it's 10 reasons to buy a home now. And the point is, the market's not going to crash, and just take out 2020 and 2021 double-digit appreciation. Historically, rates homes have appreciated 4 to 5% annually throughout history, except for during the market crash in 2008. So there is a good chance that you're going to pay more for that house a year from now than you pay right now. So interest rates are going to fluctuate, they're going to go up and down, but that article, those things, along with these ideas of buy downs, I think can. So use that, and if you're going through that and you have questions, if you don't quite understand it, call me, text me, email me. Real quick. Just a couple quick things. The conventional loan limit just went to $750,000. So you can do a regular conventional loan at $750 as a loan amount. It was $726.5. Multi-unit properties, meaning up to 4 units. If you were going to occupy one of those, you can now get by with 5% down. So then Freddie just rolled that out. So that was really cool because that did require a much larger down payment. And then we rolled out all these non-QM products, which is non-qualified mortgage. And that's for things like self-employed, can't qualify with bank statement, can't qualify with tax returns. So we got bank statement programs. There's a cool DSCR loan for investors where we're basically basing it off the projected rental income of the property. And that's, specialized. So again, if you have people that fall into that, just call me. Finally, did everybody get the invitation to our Halloween party that me and the vendors are doing on the 25th? Okay, if you did get that and you want to come, we're going to do it at Boxcar. It's a funny thing, the 70s party that we did back in the, I know you did a lot.
Those photos were awesome.
You're coming.
I'm coming this
Okay. All right. So you don't have to dress up. People think, oh, well, it's a Halloween party. You got to dress up. You have to dress up. But I encourage it.
I'm still dressing up.
Yeah. We're going to have some cool contests, but it's just a great way to network with other agents in the area, have some free drinks, free food, just have a good time. So if you didn't get that for some reason, just reach out to me and I'll be. And then if you're having a tough time in this market, I do have some airplane bottles of candy set up out here for the vendor fair. And just know, guys, I'm always here if you need me. You guys have been great to me for a very long time, and we've had a great working relationship. So you call me, text me, email me anytime. I can help you. It's not just about your buyers, but it's helping you grow.
Oh, thank you, RJ. Last but absolutely certainly not least, our business partner Heritage Title. And I'm gonna get your slides up for you and hopefully not botch them up too bad for you.
You got it. Well, good morning, guys. For those of you who haven't met me, this is a reminder for those of you who have, I'm really good with faces, so I'm not clear your name, I'm not good with names, but it's Carla Campbell like a suit. That's how I like to get people to remember it. I am the agency marketing officer with Heritage Title, and we're your business partner for the title version of the real estate closing. As you guys know, in North Carolina, the right to pay process where you have an attorney.
and a separate title company, not one and the same, it can't be one and the same.
So it is your buyer decision to pick their own title company, so that's why I'm here talking to you guys today. Because now you have us, since you're in-house, we are an agent of investor title, which is super important to the attorneys in the area, they like working with our attorneys and investors, and they're a great partner, and we love working with them. But what I wanted to talk to you guys again about something today that's super important, it's been in the news a lot, it's a precursor to a class that we're hosting, in November, that I'll get to in just a second, but if you're a listing agent, one of the things that we need from you guys is you to be the first line of defense in regard to seller identity. Put a lot of pressure on the attorney to make it, be their responsibility. But really, you guys are the first line of defense, because if it gets all the way to the attorney, nobody's gonna be very happy at that point if they're under contract and the seller is not who they say they are. So the class that I'm teaching is gonna be called Simple, that John Biggs is gonna be teaching, it's called Simple. It's called Seller Identity Must Precede Literally Everything. And that is all just part of this, making sure that we can prevent seller fraud. So as part of that, you need to help them verify the seller identity. And I'm not sure, it's trying to roll out in MLS, the new software that allows you guys to do background checks. Okay. Only for you guys, because we just got that in the trial, and it is a game changer, because literally, you just run their name, and you can find out pretty much everything about them, and it's included in part of MLS membership. So I hope you guys are gonna get that. I think that if you guys aren't talking to them about that, please talk to them about that, because then it just makes your job super easy, because everyone, is coming here from out of town. It seems like you don't know people anymore. Like, this used to be a small town, you used to know everybody. That's not the case anymore. So be sure you're looking out, searching on the internet. If they don't have Facebook, they don't have Instagram, I would start getting really nervous, because I think people have things to hide, or they have a job and they can't have it. So it's a good thing to just do the quick search. Also, if your client is gonna be doing a seller send out package, signing remotely, make sure you're helping your closing attorney pick the notary, because if seller picks their own notary, you're gonna pick somebody who might not be legit. So you wanna make sure that you're involved with that, helping your seller, making sure that they pick someone that is a neutral notary. The other thing is that we know there's a lot of vacant land fraud going on out there. So you want to make sure that you're investing the property. You want to go to the next slide. And this rolls into basically what I'm talking about. If you get that text from a prospective seller client and they say, hey, we've got a family emergency, we need to move fast. I need to sell this property at a price to move. They're asking for less than market price. They can't, and then they tell you on top of that, I can't be the person, I won't be at the closing. These are all red flags. And so what I passed out to you guys is a great little cheat sheet to keep next to your desk that basically says watch for red flags and take precautions. And these are all the things that you need to be thinking about when you're taking on a new seller. Look out for remote sellers, look out for external execution of documents, look out for unknown notaries, look out for vacant land. And something we haven't talked about as much is non-owner occupied property. We have a lot of people out there who have multiple properties all over the state. They're not living there 24/7. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I don't really use my beach house in the winter and it sits empty. And I'm always nervous that, people know that. They watch your house, they can figure that out pretty quickly. And it literally, Scott Taylor in the Raleigh office was saying yesterday, they just had a client down in his one of the South Carolina offices who literally was an out-of-town owner, was driving through from New Jersey. Neighbor walked over, met him at the property and said, I'm really surprised you sold this. Because what are you talking about? And literally a week before, property had sold out underneath this out of town owner. So if you think it's not happening, you're wrong. It is happening. Criminals are very smart. They do crazy things to get their way, and we need to be prepared. Next slide. So I'd really love for you guys to join us. It's a virtual class for everyone, unless you want to come to Keller Williams and Cary. We're doing it at November 9th at 10 a.m. Just email me. It's Carla with a K.Campbell@heritagetitleLLC.com. This flyer should be going out, if it hasn't already gone out, I sent it earlier this week, should be on your list of available classes. It is, going to be taught by John Biggs. He's our Vice President and Director of Risk Management at Investors. This is what he eats, lives, sleeps. He talks about risk management to us. He trains us as your title company. And, we are constantly updating our skill set to help you guys be better prepared out there. This is value add that you guys are bringing to your customers. So really know that you're protecting the client. And you want them to know that you're doing these kind of things. You want them to know you're a partner title company that you're working with. We are there for you guys whenever you have an issue, or if you have something that comes up that you want to talk about from a title perspective, I'm your resource for that. Please don't hesitate to call me. My cards are going to be here for the vendor fair. We're also doing some giveaways. We have a bunch of gift cards. We have a little pumpkin golf game set up, and for the first 5 hole-in-ones get a gift card. So please stop by and see us, and meet my colleague Mary Lauren Castello. I really appreciate you guys having us here today.
Oh, thank you. Well, it's like we made time. I've got one more thing. Will you get the lights for me real quick since you're back there for me? But we did a good job. We stayed on time today. So thank you very much for everybody hanging out. And I just want got one little thing for you, and then we can start visiting our vendors. Started on me early. There we go. Sorry, I don't know why I won't stay there at the beginning. Is that where it's supposed to be?
Yeah.
Okay. So thumbs up, everybody, and rock and roll. Yes. Oh, wait, I've got somebody who'd like to make a quick announcement. Go ahead.
For anybody who does real estate transactions
The networking event is a wonderful place called The Hive. We're providing charcuterie, have a couple of sponsors. It's on Thursday, October 26th, from 4:30 to 6:30 and eat at The Hive. It's on my Facebook pages. I'll send out the information because we must be ready to cover the smaller spots. But I'd love to see some of you all come hang out and eat, and we're gonna have some prizes and all kinds of good stuff.
Okay, Mona Lisa, I love it. All right, go visit your vendor